Hello, this is Julia with Rock My Tarot. Coming today for my second video, I wanted to do the tag 100 questions no one ever asks. And I have seen Simon's and Jennifer Ball's responses, so let's get to it. Do you sleep with your closet doors open or closed? Closed. Do you take the shampoos and conditioner bottles from hotels? I used to, but then I just had such a backup of shampoo and conditioner bottles that I never used, and it was a waste, so I have stopped doing that. Do you sleep with your sheets tucked in or out? I have on my bed a fitted sheet on the bottom on the mattress, and then a top sheet that is tucked under at the bottom and hospital corners on the sides. So I guess that's tucked in. Have you stolen a street sign before? No, I have not. Do you like to use post-it notes? Yes, I have tons of post-it notes. Do you cut coupons out but never use them? I used to, and then I realized I never used them, and I just had a bunch of coupons that were expired, so yeah, I quit doing that. Would you rather be attacked by a big bear or a swarm of bees? I think I would rather be attacked by a swarm of bees, only because I feel like a bear could like rip flesh off or something like an arm or, well, kill me. I know I'm not allergic to bees. We're beekeepers. We have 2 bee supras. So we have about 10,000 bees, and I'm not as afraid of bees as I am of bears. So I'm going to say bees. Do you have freckles? No, I do not. Do you always smile for pictures? If I'm forced to, I do, but I'm like kind of like that Friends episode with Chandler when they're getting their engagement or wedding, whatever you call it, picture done, and he's got that goofy smile every time he tries to smile. That's me. Whenever I try and smile, it's like, it's awful. So anyway, I'd prefer not to, but um, what is your biggest pet peeve? Rude people. Rude. I don't understand it. It doesn't take that much more effort to be kind. If you're in a really bad day, just don't say anything. But yeah, rude people. Do you ever count your steps when you walk? Yes. And when I brush my teeth and when I'm in the shower, and it has to stop. I just don't know how to make it stop. Have you peed in the woods? Yes, I have. Have you ever pooped in the woods? No, not yet. Do you ever dance even when there's no music playing? Absolutely. All the time. Do you chew your pens and pencils? No, I don't do that. How many people have you slept with this week? I'm married, just one, my husband, so that works out. What size is your bed? It's a queen. What is your song of the week? I don't have a song of the week. I'm really not much of a musical person. So I really don't have a song of the week. I watched Becca's response to this, and I think she did some commercial jingle, and that would probably be what I'd have to go with, although there's so many, because I do find myself humming and singing those things all day long, and it's annoying. Is it okay for guys to wear pink? Absolutely. My husband wears pink and yellow and whatever. I mean, yeah, everybody should be able to wear whatever color they want to. That's what colors are out there for. Do you still watch cartoons? No, and I never really did watch cartoons. My husband likes them, but I'm not a big cartoon person. What is your least favorite movie? Well, the only movie I ever walked out of was the Blair Witch Project. I'm a horror movie fan, among other kinds of movies, and we actually walked out of that one. It was that bad. Um, I've lost my place. Where would you bury hidden treasure if you had some? Well, I can't tell you that. If I did, I'd have to kill you. What do you drink with dinner? Well, typically water. I'm drinking water now. I drink a lot of water. I have a carnelian gemstone in there to help me get some energy going. I typically drink water, but sometimes it depends on what I'm having. I might have a beer or a glass of wine. Sometimes even a Coke, but that's very rarely. I gave those up several years ago and they're kind of strong. What do you dip a chicken nugget in? Barbecue sauce. Barbecue or honey mustard? Recently, and for a while, it's been barbecue sauce. What is your favorite food? Pizza. I am a pizza pig. I love pizza. I could eat pizza a couple times a week. My husband gets sick of it because I always want pizza. What movies could you watch over and over again and still love? Oh gosh, there's a number of them. I'm always up for True Lies, or what is that other one that I like to watch a lot? We'll go with True Lies because my memory is not what it used to be. Oh, Last Kiss Goodnight. I could watch that one. Those type of movies. Last person you kissed you. My husband. Were you ever a Boy or Girl Scout? Yes, I was a Bluebird, a Brownie, a Girl Scout. I still have my Girl Scout pin somewhere in a box with old trinkets. Would you ever strip or pose nude in a magazine? Absolutely not. Even when I had the body to do it, I just would never do that. No, 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 no. When was the last time you wrote a letter to someone on paper? Sadly, it's been about 2 years since my grandmother, who died 4 months before her 100th birthday, she was the last person I wrote letters to because writing letters is a dying art, I guess. Um, and other than that, it was my aunt, my mom's sister, and she died many years ago. So those are the last two people I wrote letters to, and it's sad. I need to get a pen pal. When was the last, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Can you change the oil in a car? No, I can't. That's embarrassing. I barely know how to put gas in it. Have you ever gotten a speeding ticket? Yeah, I've had one. It was 21 years ago when I was going to the closing of 20 plus years, the closing of this house in like a 30-mile-an-hour zone. I was going 35. Go figure. It was somebody, I think they needed to get a quota for the month. Ever ran out of gas? No, thankfully I have not run out of gas. Favorite kind of sandwich? My favorite kind of sandwich is roast beef with baby Swiss cheese, tomatoes on an onion roll. That's good to me. Best thing to eat for breakfast? I would probably say pancakes and sausage because I don't eat breakfast very often. I usually eat like toast or something, but that's like my splurge breakfast. What is your usual bedtime? About 11, thereabouts. Are you lazy? I have never been lazy in my life until the last few years, but I chalk that up to old age and fibromyalgia. I'm going to be 58 in a few months, and I have slowed down a lot. I mean a lot in the last few years. When you were a kid, what did you dress up as for Halloween? When I was younger, it was a princess, and then it evolved into a gypsy. You know, that was something you didn't have to have a costume for. You just get a bunch of your mom's necklaces and a scarf, and, you know, it was really easy. So that was it. What is your Chinese astrological sign? I was born in 1960, which I believe is the year of the rat. Yeah. How many languages can you speak? Well, sadly, only one. My mother uh, was of Hispanic descent, and when she married my father, she spoke very little English. My father's of German descent, and he spoke German, but my mom didn't speak much English, and she had two sons from a prior marriage, and they were both in special classes in school because of, you know, difficulty speaking English. So they weren't allowed to speak Spanish. And it was back in the day, like I said, I was born in 1960. And back then it was, if you were born an American, you were American and you spoke English, and it was kind of a mentality thing back then. So sadly, no, I only speak English, and not even that very well. Do you have any magazine subscriptions? Oops, excuse me. Not anymore. I used to have like House Beautiful and Martha Stewart and all those sorts of magazines, but now if I had any, they'd be for crystals. But know that because when I finally cleared out, I can't throw those things away, and it took like an act of God almost to get me to get rid of those, so I don't get them anymore. Which are better, Legos or Lincoln Logs? I don't have a clue. I don't know. Are you stubborn? I can be. I can be. Who is better, Leno or Letterman? Neither. I don't like either one of them. Don't watch them. Never did. Ever watch soap operas? I used to when I was a teenager and through like my early 20s. I watched The Young and the Restless was the one that I watched. I believe it's still on. Are you afraid of heights? Well, I am. I'm not afraid to fly, and I have to sit by the window. I love to look down at that, but as far as heights go, yeah, it frightens me. It really does. Do you sing in the car? Yes, I do. Do you sing in the shower? Yes, I do. Do you dance in the car? When I was in my 20s, when the music was on, I'd be in the car, Now I don't, because at my age, people really look at you funny, like you're maybe on drugs or something if you do that. Ever used a gun? Yes. I have guns. I have a gun license. I believe in the right to bear arms, and I'm actually pretty good with one. Uh, Last time you got a portrait taken by a photographer, probably at my wedding 31 years ago. I'm just not big into pictures. Do you think musicals are cheesy? They can be. Is Christmas stressful? Oh, God, it is so stressful. Yes. I think Christmas should only be for children. It is just such a commercial thing, and I've always had to shop for my family and my husband's family, and he just shops for me. And it always stresses me out. It's just, I can't stand it. Ever eat a pierogi? No, I can't say I ever have. Favorite type of fruit pie? That is tough because I love so many. It's a toss-up between blueberry and cherry. Occupations you wanted to be when you were a teacher. I wanted to be a teacher. I was always playing teacher in the garage with my blackboard, and I had to be the teacher. Do you believe in ghosts? Absolutely. I've seen them. I go to mediumship workshops, and we do galley readings for each other and team up, and have spoken to people on the other side and gotten messages from them. Sometimes I see them, sometimes I don't. So yeah, there are ghosts. Ever have a deja vu feeling? Yes, of course I do. I think everybody does. I think the first time I ever heard of that, and I could be wrong and maybe remember wrong, was a movie called The Reincarnation of Peter Proud, and which is a good movie. It's on YouTube. I haven't seen it in years and years, but I think that's where I first heard deja vu. I was little when I saw that. Do you take a vitamin daily? No, I do not. I should. Probably everybody should. I take a B12 shot every Friday. I give myself a B12 shot, but that's about as far as I go with vitamins. Do you wear slippers? Yes. I'm a tenderfoot, and I have to wear shoes, or unless I'm at the beach, I have to have, or in bed, I have to have shoes on of some sort. Do you wear a bathrobe? Yes, I wear a bathrobe if it's chilling in here, or if I'm going to the door to meet the pizza guy. What do you wear to bed? Underpants. I'm a menopausal woman. It's very warm. Covers off, covers on. Yeah. I I used to wear pajamas, but I haven't been able to do that in years. What was your first concert? AC/DC was supposed to be ELO, and I just was convinced I could talk my parents into it, but I was wrong. So AC/DC. Walmart, Target, or Kmart? I prefer Target, but just about everything the brands I like my dog's food and the cat litter and things like that, is at Walmart. So I go to Walmart a lot. I hate going there, but it's a madhouse, but it's Walmart. Nike or Adidas? I used to wear Nike, and I think I've had some Adidas, but my podiatrist told me to wear New Balance when I got plantar fasciitis, so I wear Bionic shoes and New Balance tennis shoes. Cheetos or Fritos? Oh, I love them both, but Fritos anymore give me such bad heartburn. So I'm going to go with puffed Cheetos. Peanuts or sunflower seeds? Peanuts. I like sunflower seeds too, but ever heard of the group Tribune? No, I have never heard of that. Ever take dance lessons? When I was little, I took tap and ballet and jazz, but since then, no. Is there a profession you picture your future spouse doing? There will not be a future spouse. Can you curl your tongue? Yep. Ever want a spelling bee? Yes. One of the few good things I'm good at. Don't ask me to add or subtract, though. Have you ever cried because you were so happy? Oh, yes, definitely. Many, many times. Own any record albums? Yes. My husband has all his, and I have all mine. They're out in the garage, but we have them. Own a record player? Yes. And it is out in the garage. Actually, the one that we have now is one of those big wooden cabinet ones that opens up, and you can store the albums in one part, and you can shut it, and it just looks like, a console or something. But yeah, I'd love to have it in the house, but we have a small house. It's only 2,100 square feet, and it's kind of awkwardly, the windows are on the inside of an L. It's just kind of hard to position things. Do you regularly burn incense? No, I don't. I have asthma and chemical insensitivities. I do burn it when it's nice out and breezy and I can open all the windows, or like when I go sit outside, I love to burn incense. But other than that, I use sprays, lots of sprays. I used to make them. In fact, there's a smudge spray here that I made, and it has sage and cedarwood and black tourmaline and clear quartz crystals. I don't know why. That's like a tongue twister. But I use this a lot because it doesn't get me going. Ever been in love? Yes, I have a few times. Who would you like to see in concert? Any classic rock band is fine with me. What was the last concert you saw? Steve Miller last year in the St. Augustine Amphitheater with my sister-in-law. Hot tea or cold tea? Well, we are in the South. We're Southerners, so we drink a lot of cold, sweet tea. However, I do like hot tea, and I have matcha and mugwort and several that I enjoy, that I do drink. Tea or coffee? Coffee. Coffee in the morning. Now, tea after the morning, definitely. Sugar cookies or snickerdoodles? I love them both, but right now, snickerdoodles sounds so good. Can you swim well? No, I can't. I can back float really well, and I can tread water really well, but I swim poorly. Can you hold your breath without holding your nose? And Jennifer Ball said underwater, which makes sense. No, I can't. I have to pinch my nose and jump in. Yeah, I can't do it all. Choke. Are you patient? Well, I've become more patient over the years, but my personality type is no. I do not have very much patience. DJ or band at a wedding? A band, for sure. Ever won a contest? Yes, a spelling bee contest. Have you ever had plastic surgery? No, but I need it. Which are better, black or green olives? That is really hard to say. I mean, they are both awesome, and I can just wail on a jar or a can of black olives anytime, and so can my husband, and we frequently do. So I don't know. I couldn't decide. Can you knit or crochet? I used to be able to crochet, but I don't know if I still can. It's been many years. Best room for a fireplace? We have a fireplace in what is now our dining room. It used to be our living room, but I would love to have one in the bedroom. You don't get to use one very much here in Florida, though, but still, they're nice when you do, when it does get cold enough. Do you want to get married? I already am. If married, how long have you been married? 31 years. April 11th was our 31st wedding anniversary. I think it was the 31st. We were married in 87. I can't do math in my head. Who was your high school crush? Well, I had two different boyfriends in high school, and one I ended up marrying, my first marriage, which was a total fiasco, a 4-year fiasco. So I guess one and then the other. Oh, there was also a guy that me and my best friend called the guy with the eyes. I guess he could be a good crush because we used to make fools out of ourselves following him down the hall. He had eyes that just melted. It just melted me. I wonder what happened to him. Do you cry and throw a fit until you get your way? Sometimes. Do you have kids? No, I don't. Do you want kids? I did. So did my husband. We thought we would have children, but for medical reasons, that just didn't work out for us. And anyway, that's how that goes. We have fur babies. We're on our second set of fur babies. And we love them very much. I couldn't love them anymore if I had given birth to them myself. What is your favorite color? Blue, I guess. Do you miss anyone right now? I miss my mom and dad. They both died 2 years ago, 3 months apart. And I miss them so badly, it's physically painful sometimes. So yeah, and I miss my kitty cat that just died, that was the love of my life. Who are you going to tag to do this next? No one. I don't know anyone to tag. I will say what Jennifer and Simon did. You're it. You're tagged, so it's your turn. Anyway, this was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed doing it. This, like I said, this is my second video, so any love you can send would be appreciated, because I just get such anxiety about this. Anyway, I did it. So until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.